Hello and welcome to the most underrated show on the internet.
We're What's with the Lemon, and oh my god, it's hot outside.
It's still summer, shockingly. When you do a
Still-
weekly podcast, it's still summer.
Yeah. Why? What?
Well, last week we talked about it being the 4th of July,
Oh.
and so we're still in
Yeah, but
July.
we're actually going through a heat wave, Joe.
Are we?
Yes.
So I don't...
At least my weather app keeps telling me, hey, severe heat warnings, drink lots of fluids.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I think you're a sheep. You're a sheeple. And I'm going to tell you why. You and 99% of the rest of the world.
Okay.
I don't let my life be run by weather apps.
I don't either.
I delete them from all my stuff. I don't have a weather app. I don't
think you're-
check the weather.
I think you're a psychopath.
No.
It just shows that you're bad at planning.
No. I'm going to do what I'm going to do regardless of if the weather tells me it's 10 degrees hotter or it's raining outside.
I highly doubt that.
But no, because here's...
So if there's a snowy tundra,
yeah,
you're going to go for a walk?
I have.
When?
In tundra season.
I've never seen you do that before.
You realize what the weather apps are doing.
Is that why whenever you come to my house, you're always like, man, it's hot. Did you know it was going to be hot?
No, that's because you don't have central air.
I actually do have central air. It's broken.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's broken, but I do have it.
Okay.
It's just broken.
I'm getting on some kicks, Justice.
What are you getting on?
I'm really getting into some conspiracy theories. I'm stuck at home.
Then we got the perfect person here for that.
Oh, is Kirsten a conspiracy theorist person?
She used to be more, but she's not really anymore.
Okay, so that's also a great segue. We are finally joined by a live studio audience of
Yes.
one,
Who's not looking at us?
or acknowledging us.
Yeah.
But so happens to be we're recording where your guys' TV is,
Yes.
so is taking advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Minecraft's in the background.
Yeah.
Great game.
Disagree again. Was a great game.
I don't care about what you think about Minecraft, Joe. What are your conspiracy kicks you got going on?
The moon. She's niner. She's a green.
Okay, so are you gonna say that the moon landing was fake, or the moon itself is fake?
The moon landing is fake, but for the reasons you think.
Oh, so it's not because they forged the.
We went to the moon
Oh,
and we saw things that we shouldn't have seen. Signs of a war and technology there that we couldn't comprehend. And that's why we faked the moon landing.
interesting. Huh.
The moon landing.
So
faked.
you're saying that there was war on the moon?
I'm saying there's people out there, okay? This isn't from me. This is this is like
kind of-
scientists out there
You're
that are
sounding
saying
like
this
you're
thing.
really into it, Joe.
There's people out there that are saying that
Uh-huh.
that when we went to the moon, and even if you look up at the moon with like a really good telescope,
Or my phone.
I don't think that's good enough.
Samsung
You can
phones
see
are pretty
signs
powerful.
of battles and
Do you mean
destruction.
craters?
There's some with the
Like
craters and stuff like
almost
that.
like are on other planets that are just formed over
Okay,
time.
okay, sheeple. Oh, listen to me with an open mind.
Listen here, you little. You can't use the same bit twice. You can't call me a sheep twice.
But it works because guess what controls the weather?
The moon. It does, but in some cases, like the tides and things like that. War on the moon, huh? So who's fighting there?
No, in ancient civilization.
Are they still fighting?
And so the
Are they still fighting?
no, it was all their debris and stuff. They probably wiped themselves off or moved on.
So we found technology there that we couldn't comprehend.
And that's when we brought back, and that's how we made such a huge technology jump. I'm just saying it's a theory. A world theory.
Have you bought into this theory, Joe? Because this is very much like lizard people.
It's so different than lizard people. I actually don't know the lizard people theory.
Well, Obama is a lizard person.
Okay, but what does that mean?
Shoot if I know, man. I don't even actually care about that kind of stuff.
So, I will say this. For anyone that has ever listened to the Mr. Bo and Joe show,
did you guys talk about
they will
this?
know I have a rivalry
Oh.
a
A rivalry.
with Michelle Obama.
Interesting. You have a rivalry with Michelle Obama.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't have a good Obama impression. I shouldn't even try.
You know you do.
Continue on this, Joe. We'll get over to the other stuff.
So
I want the completion of your conspiracy.
that was it.
Oh,
I'm only diving in. My toes are wet right now, but I'm still getting in to the waters.
Kirsten could show you so many other theories.
The thing is, I'm not interested in a theory. I'm interested in facts. And the moon landing was faked.
Do you know what a conspiracy theory is?
Yeah, something that the government throws out there to make sane people feel insane.
A theory is not fact. It is a theory.
What is facts, though?
They are 100% proven.
By who? Who's proving it?
It's just something that you can say with 100% certainty that that's fact.
You sound like an atheist right now.
No.
By the same standpoints.
I can prove Jesus is real, man.
Yeah?
He was a real person. The history actually proves it.
I'm just saying, if all you're going by is other people's words that you don't know.
Oh, man, you sound like such an annoying person right now.
I also don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't. You just like starting stuff.
I have been kind of going down that rabbit hole. It's very entertaining, and it's always accompanied by very dramatic music, like these 5-minute clips I was seeing.
Kind of like stuff. Eerie / creepy almost.
Yeah, or like wake up. It's time.
Take the red pill, bro. Yeah. Take it.
So because I'm on TikTok, I deleted it for. I deleted it for a long time, but after my surgery, I got back on it.
Don't you know YouTube Shorts are where it's at?
Shut up. But my TikTok algorithm has been conspiracy theories.
Oh no.
And
Michelle Obama.
No.
Oh dang.
And how to catch a predator.
How to catch a predator? What kind of predator?
Sexual predator.
And how do you do it?
Well, there's these new guys, because normally I can't remember
new predators or new people catching them.
Both, sadly.
Okay.
With new predators comes new guys.
All right.
But these guys I've been seeing, they're like the Batman of How to Catch a Predator.
The Batman?
So normally when people catch a predator, they go up to him and we caught you red-handed, haha, here are the facts. Don't try to run.
Or here are the theories.
Don't you sound like you're on there? You're sounding like you're on the predator side.
No, I'm not.
Well, punch them and stuff and beat them up.
This is community justice?
Kind of. I mean, the predator. They're all these guys are I didn't know they were 13, or I wasn't going to have them.
That reminds me of a story.
Okay.
That goes done, so go ahead. It goes along with this. It goes along with this. So in South Africa.
Oh, God.
There's a ton of community justice.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
So one day.
Oh, no.
How old were we, do you think we were when this happened? Because I think we were pretty young.
I don't know what instance you're going to talk about.
When Ben and Steven came over. And we're jazzed, man. They were so excited. So they come over, and our friends over there, Ben and Steven, such great friends, will always be like brothers to us.
Yeah.
No matter how much time goes by.
Mm-hmm. We've said that about a few different people now.
That's true, but they came over for the weekend. They always stayed with us for the weekend overnights.
Yeah.
And they were just jazzed, man. They were just
so pumped.
They were just a beating happened tonight. We were like, what?
What?
What do you mean? Are you okay? It's oh, it wasn't us. I won't go into why someone
wasn't it because they stole a chicken or something?
Someone else's chicken.
Yeah.
Yes. It was yeah, this guy, he stole this other guy's chicken, right? So you know what we all did? We all went over and we just beat him up.
It's crazy.
And we're just what?
For a chicken?
He's yeah, he could barely walk afterwards.
Kind of messed up when you think about it.
I think I was 13 or 14 at the time, which means Ben was 11 or 12.
Yeah, because Steven was your age and Ben was mine.
Yeah. So you got this 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid just being yeah, we just whooped their butt.
When probably, I mean, they might have joined in, or they could have just been cheering.
They said they did. They were kicking them.
That's true.
They were acting like it was the best thing ever. So listen, don't steal chickens.
Don't steal chickens. Don't try to bang kids either. They're both equally bad.
Yeah, your predator.
Maybe not equally, but they're both bad.
Okay, going back to that, what were these Batmen like?
Well, you couldn't see them a lot of times. They were behind the camera. But they'd just be talking, and then the predator would like do a little smirk or something, like you can't actually, and then just a hand would whip around the camera and smack him in the face. Another one got ran over by a shopping cart when they were trying to get away.
This is on your TikTok?
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't help but watch. It's like, go, yeah.
No wonder it keeps showing up.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I got to tell you a story about this week
Okay.
that I'm very excited about.
Now, before you do a little, this hasn't been a very long week. Like, we just recorded a few days ago.
Yeah,
We're kind of doubling down on
a
our
lot's
recordings.
happened in that week.
Oh, do tell.
Well,
Do tell.
so first off, we got to go a little bit backstory here.
I was 3.
No. Since coming back to the States.
Okay. The United States.
Yeah, the United States. Well, even before that, I'm a very affectionate person with my words.
Yes.
I'll always tell people like, "Hey, you look really good today," or like really early on in our friendship, I'll be like, "I love you, man. Bye. Have a good day."
Yeah, you are
I'm a lovey guy.
a lovey guy.
So, in any job that I would have, it didn't take long for with my coworkers that I'd be like, "Hey, man, I love you. Have a great weekend. Bye."
Yeah.
In my mind, we talked about it before. Awkward situations, I bowl through them. Who cares? It was the first time that any coworker had ever said that to them.
I would think so.
I had some people say that I can't do that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, were you trying to say it to girls?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that was, again,
Shouldn't have
different.
done that.
I did it with girls in Africa, like friends and any.
Doesn't matter.
Sure, I get it. I understand. But it meant nothing. Like, it was, okay.
That's
hold
even
on.
worse.
Listen. Listen. It meant nothing like that. It was just literally like an affectionate way for me to say, "Hey, you mattered to me as a person."
Good recovery.
Back onto the story. So in my workplace, I'm a delivery guy. I do appliance installation.
You're a delivery boy.
No.
You're the head boy.
Sure, I'm the head boy.
And we're your merry men.
Yeah, you're my merry men. Not so merry lately.
Ooh.
Kind of gruffer guys do this job. I probably am one of the few that is not super gruff.
What about me?
Well, you're not doing it currently. And you have a broken knee.
Okay.
So it kind of goes with it. Early on, I started saying to these bigger boys who were just kind of like these buff guys, and I'd just be like, "Hey, man, I love you. Have a great weekend."
Yeah.
And I think I gaslit them into saying it back, but ultimately, everybody.
Why would you? Yeah. You don't need to say that part, though.
Okay, well, not gaslight. That's not the right thing. But I just was so persistent.
Yes.
I
I know what you meant. It was just a funny word to use.
But I was so persistent that everybody would say it back. And my partner, Cooper, lucky enough for me, he was also kind of a lovely person.
Your work partner.
Yeah.
You were married.
Yeah, my work partner. I have a new work partner, Joe. His name I won't say, but I love the man.
I really like him, too.
Yeah, he's an amazing...
I would even say I love him as well.
He's a wonderful person.
If it's the same one I'm thinking about.
And he said he's listened to this podcast, so he's going to love this.
Is it the one that used to be in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I'm talking about the right person, because you work with some other people too.
So, it's been a long week, tough week, a lot of work. This week is the first time that he is admitted in text. I have it in writing. That he has said, "I love you too."
Oh, that's so special.
It's such a special moment for me.
That's such a special moment.
And because
You should kiss him next time you see him.
I might. he has said, "I never say that to people other than family."
Dude, I was there when we both tried to get him one time.
Yeah, and he was like, "Nope."
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. He just laughed at us.
I've had him slip up a few times, but they didn't feel genuine.
Yeah, he didn't mean it. It was a slip up.
It was a slip up. This was the first time he was like, "Yeah, I love you too."
Dude, that is awesome. That makes me so happy.
It felt like such a huge victory in our relationship.
Even though you just admitted that you tricked them all into saying it back
gaslight.
to you.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of you guys. None of the conversations we had, none of those things, they mean nothing to me.
It's pretty messed up, Justice.
No, but I love him too, and he's been an amazing partner ever since you've been injured and had abandoned me.
Yeah, well, enough to kiss him, because you've kissed me.
I have kissed you.
So will you kiss him?
If he lets me.
Okay. This is exciting. This is going to be exciting. Let's see how many people we can get you to kiss on the podcast.
In the same vein,
In the same vein of kissing someone?
in the same vein of like coworkers and stuff. I am again a very
How long have you worked this job?
6 years.
There you go. Just wanted
Long
to let
time.
so people know there's a lot of history here.
I'm me and another guy are the veterans now.
Yeah.
We've been doing it the longest. He's been doing it for like 8 years.
That's nuts.
And I've
This
been doing it
job
6.
destroys your body.
It-
Trust
yeah,
me.
I mean he walks sideways.
Yeah, I feel that.
He's doing better now. So I
Trying to figure out how to say this.
how to say it where it doesn't sound horrible. So I've been working with 2 different people. So I got my main partner who just
you
recently
love.
said, yeah, who I love,
And he
told me
loves you.
me. And another partner who is more new, but I like him a lot too. Notice
Not-
I haven't said love because I
Yeah.
haven't said it to him yet.
Yeah,
So
smart,
it's
smart man.
and he's more of a manly guy.
Okay.
So I don't want
Manly men need love too.
Listen, my other partner is oh so very manly. That's why it's so important that this has happened.
Yes,
and
but
I've been
it
with
just
him
took-
for 2 years now.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, I've been gone for 2 years.
You've been gone for 2 years.
Ugh.
So recently, me and you, we're very easygoing people. We like to joke. We're very secure in who we are. Little gay jokes.
Again,
here and
speak
there.
for yourself. I'm still trying to discover.
Still trying to discover who I am. We'll be
When you're comfortable with who you are, you can make jokes however you want.
yes. So we were moving really fast through a day, and he's just
Me
like,
and you, or you and
me and my
Okay.
this other guy, this
Yeah.
other partner. And
We
he,
should just come up with fake names for them.
and he goes like, man, I'm just like a racehorse. I'm just going so fast. He's like, yeah, I'll smack that butt for you. And he just goes, that's a little weird, Justice. Don't know how to take that. It's a little weird.
Wait, you said that to him?
Yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
like
he
a
said
jockey.
He said he was the racehorse.
Yeah, and you're his jockey.
I'm the jockey. Smack his butt.
I
'cause
would
that's how they make.
pay to see you on top of his back.
Awesome.
I would. That would
I
be
mean,
awesome.
it'd be interesting. And
There's sites that we could put that
but
on.
that was the first time I was like, oh my god, did I go too far?
Oh,
Was he not ready for this?
how is that the first? I've been.
And then next week he's just like, you said that? I don't even remember it.
Justice, I 100% will not say these on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
You have said things that were way too far.
I have no fear.
You should. There's 1 or 2 things that everyone else is like, you can't say that, Justice. You can't say that.
Name one
I'm
thing,
not.
Joe.
I don't want to have to edit
See?
it out. So,
If you can't say it, didn't happen.
Joe.
I want to say it so
No,
bad.
do not.
I want to say
Do
it
not.
so bad.
We're moving on. I had a very
We're moving on.
long story 2 weeks as well that I would like to share with you.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
I waited-
Story time.
I waited for the conclusion to happen.
Oh, until it was finished.
Yes, because I didn't want to leave you hanging.
I don't like being left hanging.
We all have known since the first episode of the show that I am a big gamer,
Yes.
and my favorite game series is Life is Strange. I love this series.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's a new game coming out. We already talked about how excited I was for it.
Very excited. Spent a lot of money on it.
Spent a lot of money, and that is to play here.
Yeah.
Because there was a collector's edition that came out that I had to get, and I bought the $80 game.
You guys don't know how nervous I'm getting about this.
So,
This is big news.
with all this stuff, I also happened to see that Life is Strange Before the Storm was reselling or rebundling their collector's edition for $30. That's not a big deal. $30 is not much.
Sure.
I don't have the money. $30 right now is a lot of money to me.
Yeah, you're on L&I. You're not getting a ton.
I bought it. I bought it. I had to buy it.
In like a second, probably, right? You just saw it and
a
were
whole
just like,
night. I wasn't gonna do it, and then I did it. I did, but I got it from a site called Play Asia, which I've got stuff from before.
okay.
The thing with Play Asia is it takes like a long time to ship.
Because they can come from all over the world.
Yeah, so like it's one of those things where it's like, hey, don't expect this for probably like 13, 14 days.
Okay.
I was like, I don't need it in 13, 14 days. I'm fine.
Right.
Bought it, and I've bought stuff from the site before, so I know they're legit.
Yeah.
Time goes by.
Time goes by.
I'm just like, man, I can't wait for my package to get here. It's gonna be so exciting.
You're just like the person waiting in the mail. Like the kid was like,
Yeah.
I put in my stuff for the cereal boxes and I'm waiting for him.
And then it was like 20 days went by.
And you were starting to get sad.
And I was like, where's my pack? Like, how is it not
Where's-
here? Like,
where's my mail?
where's my Life is Strange
Aw,
figurines?
Joel.
And
Sad.
so I looked, and it says the package has been delivered a week ago.
Oh no.
And I was like, what? And it had our rental house that when we first moved back here.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. But I spent $30 on this.
Yeah.
I want my package.
Right.
So even though it's been a week, I don't know who lives in that house. I'm going to go to that house.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to do it until I get my goddamn package.
You're gonna go there and harass them?
I already have. I went there. No one was home.
Okay.
Windows wide open. I'm peeking in. I'm looking. I look like I'm about to rob the place.
So creepy, Joe.
Yep. And that was like at 3
Okay.
in the afternoon.
Any cameras on the house?
Not that I
front
could
door
tell.
camera or anything?
I'm upset. I want my package. So
Yeah.
I go back at 9:30 at night the same day. Because they're
Joe.
surely going to be home at 9:30 at night.
You can't do this.
Still windows wide open, like curtains
Okay.
wide open. And no one's home. I'm banging on the door. The neighbors come out and like,
What has possessed you?
I want my package.
Joe, you've never done something like
It's
that.
life. I needed my package.
Joe, you're obsessed. Oh my God.
So the neighbors come out and are like, is everything okay? And I'm like,
Is it the same neighbors? over
no,
there?
different
Okay.
different neighbors. And I'm like, oh, hi. Yeah, no, I used to live here. I had a package deliver. I'm just trying to,
See if the people are
see
home.
it, get
if
it back.
can
I would like to try to get my package. And like, oh, yeah, so-and-so's car is still there. I don't know where they might be.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. So I went back tomorrow.
So
10
now
o'clock
this
in
is
the
your
morning.
third
This is my
time.
third time
10
at the
o'clock
house.
in the morning?
Yeah.
That means not long after you woke up.
Okay. Maybe. Potentially. You don't know when I wake up anymore.
I don't.
No one's home.
No one's.
Windows, curtains still open. Everything looks untouched.
They probably are like, someone's stuck in this house. Someone's casing the joint.
And so I'm like, I got to go home and get a piece of paper and write a note.
Okay.
So they can see.
Did you make it a really sappy note?
I drive home. I have minus paper in my. I don't have a single piece of paper in my house that I can use to write a note. I live
The digital
by
age.
myself. I don't have anyone to take care of me. I'm not an adult. I don't have any
You have a
paper.
roommate. He'll help you.
Who's 20 years old.
Well, that's right.
No one's taking care of him either.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, I'm going to go to our parents' house. They surely have paper. I go. I tell Dad the whole story. He's like, Joe, you are insane. But he was like, take some paper, write a note. I take a
Dad
paper.
always supportive.
I write the note.
Uh-huh.
I get tape.
You
I
tape
tape
it on
it
their
to
door.
their door, which is a terrible thing really to do because it's just showing the
Were you
world that
just
no one's home.
Were you just not thinking about
I was
this?
no, I wanted my package.
Listen, man, I understand wanting something, but
I spent
dude,
$30.
I mean, there'd be a point in time where I'd be just like, it's gone.
I was getting close. Okay.
Okay.
Next day, still no call. I'm like, how have they not called me?
Your
I
phone
go
number
back.
was on there.
I go back. Yeah.
Was your on the piece of paper
On the
that
piece of
anybody
paper.
could have read and just started harassing you
Yeah.
about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said, call or text anytime. I live like 10 minutes away. I will come get this thing. No call though. So I go back to the house. Okay. I've been,
So is this your fifth time
been to this house 5 times.
in 3 days?
Yes. Still, my note is just hanging on the door. It looks like a ghost. I'm like, are they dead? Did they like vacate the place? And like, do I need to call the landlord?
Joe,
Because Mom and Dad have his number
this is
still.
the wildest thing you've ever done.
So
This is the wildest thing.
I go to Mom and Dad again and ask, do you have the landlord's number to the old house?
Oh my
Used to stay at?
Lord!
I want my package. I really want my package.
God, this
So-
is insane.
Mom says, I believe I still have it. I just need to look for
Why are they helping you?
it. They love me.
Oh my God!
And I said, great. Okay, I'm going to go swim at the Y.
You didn't do your exercise.
And then I will come back.
Maybe start thinking clearly and stop harassing these people.
I go swimming.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, I need to go home and get the chlorine off me.
And then I'm gonna go back.
I didn't even wait to go home. I said, you know what? That house is kind of on the way back to my house.
6 times.
So I'll stop by their house in my soaking wet Patrick the Star swim trunks.
Oh my God.
I go in.
Oh, I can't.
Justice, the note's down.
Oh.
But they didn't call me.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I knock and knock and knock. No one's home.
Okay.
But they've taken my note and haven't texted. I'm now nervous because
Like, what
now
have I done?
now they no
They're
now
gonna
they have
call the
seen the
police.
note. No.
Okay.
But they've seen the note and they've definitely opened my package and that's why they're not calling me.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the only rational thing. They've taken the package, they've
That
opened
makes
it up and
sense.
said, this was obviously for a teenage girl. Why is Joseph Allen on here? Who knows?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I have to shower. Okay, so I shower.
Okay. That visit was your 7th time.
Yes.
In how many days?
I still think only like 4 or 5 days.
Whew.
But they've had this package for like 2 weeks. Okay,
Yeah.
so they've held it for a while. I'm hoping they still have it.
Yeah.
After my shower, I'm like, I gotta eat some food. Like I got to live life again. I can't just live for this package.
You started to not do anything
But
anymore.
I start to make my meal, and I'm like, I have to go back to get this package. I
Joseph.
have to do this. I've wasted so much gas.
Joe, what has possessed you here? Listen, hold on, pause.
Okay.
This is the craziest story I've ever heard. You've never in a million years have done anything close to this. Because for all intents and purposes, you are harassing these people.
If this was, if I was working, I would have said, I don't care. I will buy this thing
Joe
again.
is the least confrontational person I know. And now he's already gone, scoped the house out 7 times.
Yes. So
And
now
you're
I'm going on my
back for an
8th.
8th time.
Okay. The car's gone. That's normally there.
Yeah, they're probably scared.
And I'm like, okay. So I knock again.
Be scared of me? I just want my package.
I knock again. I
Okay.
put my ear to the door to try to hear.
Oh my god.
No one's there. They're being really
I'm
quiet.
legit a little horrified by this story, Joe.
But I remembered there's an alleyway entrance to this house. So I get back in my car and drive into the alleyway. And I'm like, this is the house.
Uh-huh.
And
Are you going to implicate yourself in anything
no,
with
no,
this
no.
story?
So then I get out of my car. And now I'm in the backyard of this home. I'm just looking. Okay. I'm just looking.
Did they put a gate up? Because usually
No.
there was...
It's open. It's
Okay.
free range.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I'm
know.
not saying where it is, because anyone could go do what I'm doing. Okay? And they don't have, there's a slider door and they don't have anything there. So I'm just, and I'm like, maybe this isn't a good idea. So I leave. I freak out. I leave. I need to go just take a
For
take a
those
breath.
of you, just play by play, my wife is listening to this story and her mouth is hanging open in shock. And I'm right there
Okay.
with her. I'm getting warm just hearing this story.
Next day.
Okay.
Next.
So this 9th time?
This would be the 10th.
The 10th time.
I think. I'm not really keeping track.
All right. We were on 8 a second ago.
I go there. They have a huge window at the start. I see the TV on. I know someone's home now.
Oh my God.
It's
going down.
I'm so excited because either I'm about to get beat up or I'm getting my package. One or the other is gonna happen.
God. Oh my God.
And so I go. I do a nice knock. That dun 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 dun.
Which could be considered creepy.
But it's better
In
than
a
like boom 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 boom.
Sure. Or just a normal knock knock would be fine.
Probably. I still just hear the TV. I don't hear anyone getting up. My ears to the door again. I want to hear what's going on. I don't hear anyone getting up.
Oh my God.
I wait 10 seconds. I count Mississippi's. I count Mississippi's. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I get to 10 Mississippi. It's no longer time for the nice knock. So I go bomb, bomb, bomb. 3. That means I'm serious.
Yeah, I think if anybody, everybody
Okay.
knows you're serious, Joe.
I hear the TV stop.
Okay, pause.
I hear, okay, that's a good sign. They heard me this time. I hear footsteps come to the door. For the first real time, I'm starting to get nervous.
Like, oh my God.
Now someone's
Are
here.
you serious? This is the first time that you're just like, maybe what I'm doing is crazy.
Dude, it was like
Be-
I woke up And I became me again.
Where you're just like, I'm being crazy.
I'm knocking on a random door. I don't know who's going to
Random
open
people.
this. Yeah.
They
I don't know
could-
what the neighbors have
Could have
told them.
weapons. Yeah, there's a guy
Yep.
scoping your house
Yep.
out. He's here every day.
Before they get there, I open up my wallet to show them my ID. Like I'm a cop or something. What? I cannot tell you how bad I wished someone else was with me. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The very first time I went to this house, I brought Bo with me because we were hanging out that night, and I was like, "You have to come with me. I have to do this thing." But I have no backup
Did
anymore.
Bo say, this is kind of weird, Joe?
No, he probably just kept it in.
Okay.
But so now
my
the
God.
door's opening.
And you have your wallet just in their face?
Well, so I have it out, and then I have my ID up a little bit so they can see.
Hi, this is Joe with the health department.
I'm showing it like this, like a butterfly almost.
like, look at I'm a person.
And
Because
this-
you wrote your name, right? So you're just like,
yes,
I am
I'm
the Joe
Joseph Allen.
I am
Say
the
hi, I'm Joe. It's the nicest lady opened the door. She might have been like a few years older than me, or right around my age.
So you can call her a lady?
So sweet. I'm a lad now, dude. I'm an older guy. Like,
You said a few years older than you.
yeah.
So she's an old woman?
I didn't say old woman. I said a lady.
Okay. Could have just said a woman.
She's a woman.
Okay.
I guess I don't know how old she. So sweet. She was like, "Oh, hello," and blah blah blah. Really
Even,
nice.
like, around here?
I don't feel like I can keep eye contact with her. I'm probably
now you're,
acting
like,
like a tweaker.
Because you're like probably super embarrassed
Yeah,
about
I'm
what
like,
has just
hi,
happened.
like my head's
twitching.
going all over the place.
Anything but eye contact.
Yeah, and
Oh man,
I'm like,
Joe.
do you still have a package for me? If you don't, if like you opened it or got rid of it, that's totally fine. It's totally all right. But if you have it, I would really like to have it again. I'm freaking out.
Like it's dawned on you how insane this
I'm
is.
like taking steps backwards so I don't seem threatening.
You also are in a leg brace and can barely
Yeah.
walk. So I mean, you probably don't look very threatening.
And she's like, yes, we actually have a ton of people's packages because other people have lived here before us.
Okay.
Let me go grab it. She leaves the door wide open. I don't know if she wants me to follow her in. I'm like, does she want me to follow her into this house? And I'm kind of pacing.
You probably shouldn't. So you probably made the right choice.
I didn't. I really wanted to, though, because she just left the door wide open.
Right.
And I was like, okay, like, I've lived here before. I know how to go into the house. That battle was closer to me failing that than I wanted to.
Just
Yeah.
following a lone woman.
Yes. It
Into
was so
her home.
sweet. And that didn't help because
She
I was
doesn't
like,
know you.
I know. She was very nice.
Oh my god.
And she had my package unopened.
Unopened package.
And I got my package. And I had it.
Only 13 times.
Dude, but it's my package and I have it.
Did you want to cry?
A little bit. I got home. I opened the package. And there's a bunch of things on it. One of the main things is like the soundtrack.
Right.
It's broken.
Oh, Joe.
There's a big crack right down the middle of it.
Oh. Now, do you blame her for that?
No, she was an angel. I blame myself. I shouldn't have let that sit at her house for 20 some days. I think there was a future where we got married, actually, me and her.
Well, you know where she
I
is.
know she is. But
Joe?
that's been my
That is the wildest story I've ever heard. It's the crazy. You went full crazy.
dude. It's when I tell you when I woke up, like in that moment, it was like I woke
I can't
up.
imagine. You just probably started sweating.
Dude,
Like you're just like, what?
well, it's hot
in-
outside.
Well, it is hot outside. You had to have been
Dude.
in a panic.
Dude, it was crazy. I couldn't wait to tell you, but I was also too like, again when
You're
before
probably slightly embarrassed.
well, I was so dead focused in on getting my package that I didn't even think about talking about it last time we recorded
You were.
because I was like, I have to get my package. I have to get this stupid
I'm surprised you
package.
could even do a podcast if it was on your mind.
I know.
It was just burning a hole in your brain.
I know. But immediately then after that, I made sure I ordered the new collector's edition to the new game to my actual address, and I did. So we're good. I also deleted my old address from PlayAsia, so it will never
Won't
happen again.
Yep. Holy smokes,
Yep.
man. That is nuts.
But
That's a that is listen, I've heard some things, man. I've heard some things in my life. That might be, just because I know who you are, that might be the craziest story I've ever heard in my
couldn't
life.
waste the money. I couldn't waste the
You
money.
did in gas.
I did.
You did actually.
Wasted so much money, guys. I went back multiple times a day.
Multiple times a day. Listen, I'm committed to things. I've never been that crazy committed. I've never been so single-mindedly focused in something, other than maybe my family, than you were for that game.
I kind of felt like what I can only assume athletes feel like before they start a big game, where they just get in the zone and nothing can stop them from doing their thing.
You were in the competitive zone.
Yeah, and I was gonna get my package.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow, that puts my love story to shame, man.
Well, yeah. I
was a
did. I
good one,
felt a
though.
lot of love for her
You-
because
like
she
you
held my package. Not she held my
Whoa.
actual package.
Whoa. Oh, no.
No, let's. What else do you have today, Justice?
If you cut that, I'm going to be so mad, because that was such a perfect blunder.
What else do you got today, dude?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, not a good sign.
I'm just here. You've absolutely shot everything out of my brain after because nothing can follow that up. Not really. That is absolutely crazy.
Well,
If you don't title this thing, Joe goes on a weird bender.
Well, I could do Joe's package.
No. Joe's package works too.
That would be pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
We only have a few more minutes to really fill.
Okay.
So, I have to also admit, you've asked several points because before we started this podcast, I was really telling you I'm really into these blind rankings.
Yes.
And you're like, do you have one ready for us? Do you have because I was like, I can't wait to do these. I don't know why. I love doing them. I think there's so much I love
For
watching
yourself.
them. I like to watch them, and I was really excited to do them with you.
Okay.
But I didn't have one for this week. I was too obsessed. I was too obsessed with my package story and trying to get that figured out.
So you don't got one.
I don't have a blind rank, but I will have one next week.
Okay. Listen, I'm just a little disappointed that you're not really holding up your end of the bargain on this podcast.
I know. But one thing I did
Just tell
wrestling
an
wise,
amazing story.
I wanted to ask if you have any thoughts or opinions on this Game Pass hike up that's going on.
Oh, I didn't even know they would. Did they have
Dude.
one?
So today they just announced they're hiking up the price of Game Pass and
what?
having 3 new tiers.
Okay.
So Ultimate
Yeah.
is now going to be $20 a month,
Okay.
and that's the only one you get day one access to games with. So all the stuff they show at the showcase, if you want day one access to any of those, you have to have
And
that
then the
top
other
package.
stuff, I imagine, will come out later.
I think it said 6 months to a year later.
Okay.
And then there's one that just gets you online play and back catalog.
Okay.
And there was a third tier. I can't remember the third. Maybe that was the third tier.
The back catalog. one.
And then the first one is just pretty much like Xbox Gold was. You get online
Just
access
play.
and some games.
Probably $10 a month.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Cheap.
It was 20, 15, and maybe 10 or 12.
Okay.
I'm kind of angry. Here's
Okay.
the thing, and this is why I wanted your opinion.
Okay.
As someone that's not a big Call of Duty player,
Right.
this is all because of that acquisition. How do you say it?
Are you trying to say
It's
it is
acquisition of. It's them acquiring that studio,
Yes.
which I
Which
was
is
really,
what?
Shut
Just
up.
kidding.
Which I was really excited about at first.
Yeah. Which you still should be.
I'm less and less so. I just don't.
You have to understand something. And
Okay.
I'm gonna.
This is why I wanted to talk to you, because I know you're going to defend it.
I'm gonna defend Xbox and Microsoft.
And Call of Duty, because you love playing Call of
I'm
Duty
a
with
Call
those
of
little
Duty fan.
kids.
I've been. It's a lot of old people, man, play Call of Duty, but it is unthinkable for you to assume that with a $69 billion acquisition, that there's not going to be a price hike somewhere.
Yes, but Phil
And
did
if-
say there wasn't gonna be.
He said they're not going to raise the price of their games.
And Game Pass.
I don't think he actually said that.
I watched a video. I watched a What Culture
Did he
video,
say
and
when?
they said because a bunch of people were nervous about the acquisition.
The Bungie people?
No. Were
343?
no. A bunch of people
Oh,
were nervous.
a bunch of people,
Yeah.
not Bungie people.
No, a bunch of people were nervous that they were going to hike the prices after
Yeah.
everything, and he said, "Don't worry, we're not going to do that."
It's not his choice.
It's not his choice.
It's not his
Look,
choice.
I don't
Yeah.
blame Phil for anything.
No, I love
I
Phil
love
Spencer.
Phil. I would get a shirt with his face on it in a second.
He's trying to do his best, but there's no...
It's Papa Microsoft that's screwing him
but
over.
there's no way.
No,
It is one of the biggest acquisitions in video game history.
I know this
yes-
is selfish of me. It's
Yeah.
just not worth it for like
Joe,
the Call
okay.
of Duties.
No, not for Call of Duty, though. But what are the other Activision games that you do like?
I don't know.
Do you like Spyro?
Yes. Yeah, I
do you like
Spyro.
Crash? I mean, not as much, but you
Not
do.
really.
But
I like
then
watching someone's video on Crash.
the whole idea behind the acquisition is that now you have all these possibilities, even
Yes.
without the Activision developers.
Mm-hmm.
You have all of Microsoft developers, and they have a ton now
Yes.
who can work on their stuff. Because,
True.
as you know, Activision's going to keep pumping out Call of Duties.
That's all they're gonna do.
But I expected it. I
yeah,
was.
I guess maybe I'm just freaking out because I don't have a lot of money.
I mean,
you know?
luckily for us,
We're doing
kinda,
it
we kind
together.
of go in together.
Yeah, that is
we
very
kinda,
nice.
We kind of help out each other, so it's not a huge deal. I can understand why it would be a tough one, but here's the thing: even if you compare it to other subscription services,
It's still the best.
it's still the best. It's the best deal in gaming.
Yes.
It's also the best deal in subscriptions, like Netflix, all that stuff. A lot of those movies that are on those things are like $5 movies.
yeah.
All these games, a ton of them, if you were to buy,
Yes. That's $70 a
thousands
game.
and thousands of
Yeah.
dollars. So the price you get for what you're getting,
Yes. I guess I'm just nervous in the sense of like I like a lot of dumb indie games.
and
like
they
little
come out
things.
on Game Pass all the time.
They do. I'm just nervous that
No offense to those dumb indie games.
no, I love them.
Yeah.
I just started a new one today.
I bet.
I think you would actually like it quite a bit.
Is it a roguelike?
No, it's like a mission-based game.
Okay.
It's fun. But yeah, I guess I was just nervous, and I know
I get
you're
really
normally
angry.
into those things.
I get
more.
really angry with the negativity around it. Even though like the I was super negative, or not negative, I was super mad at the reaction about the studio closures.
Yeah.
Because yes, but it's happening everywhere.
Yes.
Like, you don't understand. Working for a big tech company myself, we had huge layoffs this year.
Yeah, you got laid off.
I got laid off. I got lucky to get back in.
Yeah.
But to think that this is an isolated incident within Microsoft is stupid. Sony's
Yes.
laid off people too. It's just smaller because they're smaller.
Yeah.
Microsoft is huge now.
I think Microsoft's really just hurt because of the timing.
Yeah, it's just bad
It
timing.
was really bad timing.
It's not. I'm not saying that it sucks to lose those people. It really does.
Yeah, and for them, they're losing their jobs. And
Yeah,
stuff
they're
like that
losing their
sucks.
jobs. But I know Microsoft tried their best to hire from within and keep them within
Yeah.
the company. They just closed down the studios and consolidated everything.
Okay.
But there was a lot of people who did have to find new jobs.
Yeah.
I think when we have to understand that the time that we're in too, it's totally different. Entertainment is not as like where we were in a time where you could just, it was cheap. You could have entertainment everywhere. Entertainment is a luxury.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Now with like even just where life is and where our country's at financially, it is more of a luxury than just something that everybody can have. So we're lucky that we do have it and that it's still somewhat competitive pricing.
Yeah.
Like for what it is, they could hack that thing up insanely.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
They're
could.
trying their best to keep it, and that's why they open up all these tiers. It's like, hey, if you still want to play online all their games that you own, we're gonna lower that.
I know it just happened, but I'm kind of surprised you didn't hear it. Like, you're normally the guy I'm always like, well, let's hear what
Man,
Jessica
this
says.
week has been crazy.
Yeah.
I have not been keeping up on gaming news as I should, but
Can I tell you what I really think is the problem?
what?
You're reading. You're becoming a book guy now instead of an
finished my other
Xbox guy.
book, bro. And I was really sad about it. I'm so sad about it. I went back to my other book series that I just
You're gonna
finished.
restart it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Though I went back to that and was like, well, I have this other one that I need to finish, so I went back to that one instead.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be good for ones that I start. I started another one too that
Don't like it.
it's so cringy because it's like total anime style, like isekai. I've heard it like 100,000 times. Isekai, for those who don't know,
means.
is a hero is summoned from another world to then save the one that they summoned to. It's usually a medieval fantasy
I love fantasy
that
medieval
he's summoned
stuff.
to, but the person that they're summoned from is like our modern time. This one's super heavy on like the game mechanics, which is kind of funny, but the main character and the dialogue is really bad.
Oh. It's probably a self-published author, and
Oh yeah, but it sucks when you've been reading like these really amazing books. You can't go back to this drivel.
now you're a book snob.
I am a book snob. It's pretty crazy, but I do really like it.
We filled our time.
Whoa.
We've done our responsibility.
Hold on. Let me ask you a really good question.
Jessis, that's been What's with 11.